Morning, happy Thursday. You know, I think about these tea time videos all the time, a lot. I think about what content I should put in them. I think about how I can improve them. I think about how I can increase my viewership, how I can increase my reactions, how I can convince people to, to share them, just all around improvement kind of things. I think about it a lot, and it dawned on me the other day that these tea time videos, are never going to take off. They're never going to go viral, as it were, because one, I'm old, and the first thing anybody sees when they're scrolling is something, like that, and it's off-putting. It is, and the young kids, they're going to scroll right past that as quickly as they can because look at the cringy old man with his face too close to the camera. Ew, old people germs. I'm too calm, for one thing, and I don't have a car to sit in. If I had a car to sit in to make my videos, I would be all over the interwebs and like super duper famous. But I don't have those, so it's just you and me, kids. We're stuck with it this way, I guess. I don't know. Rise mushroom matcha, best part of my morning. So my friend Lisa expressed interest in hearing me expound upon how long COVID has affected my perception of my own personal journey in life. So I'm gonna try to do that because I realize that I do have something going on with me that is new to the world, and there are a lot of people that are going through it. So I think I'm gonna expound upon what changes have happened for me, and today I'm gonna talk about my inability to accept help, and that's been a lifelong thing. My independence has been challenged. I've never really liked accepting help for anything. I was the kid that was like, I can do it myself, Mom. But I have accepted help gratefully throughout the years. When I was on the road doing comedy in the early days, I slept on people's couches a lot. I've accepted help and asked for help from family. But when it come to asking for help from the general public, it was something that I just didn't. It made me feel weak, and I've never, ever, ever liked feeling weak. And to my recollection, since I moved back to Sioux City, I have asked for help exactly twice. The first one came several years ago when I found out that somebody had put cement powder in my gas tank of my car, the Saturn, and I know who did it. It took some thinking. It took some deduction and reading a Sherlock Holmes novel to come to the logical conclusion, and I know who did it, and I know probably where it happened, but I can't prove it. So anyway, I know. Anyway, when I found that out, that made me mad enough to go ahead and do what some friends had been encouraging me to do anyway. Because of the circumstances of my second DWI and the circumstances, I had been encouraged a lot to have a fundraiser show, do a GoFundMe. So after the gas tank thing, I got pissed off enough that I did. I organized my own fundraiser show. I put together, with the help of a friend, I put together my own GoFundMe page, with the idea that I would fix my car and get back and appease the DOT gods, give them what they wanted. But although the show was great, the car it turned out to be unfixable. I spent a bunch of money. I spent some money getting that, trying to get that fixed. And the fundraiser show and the GoFundMe did not raise enough money to like buy me a car, and or even appease the Iowa DOT gods. So it ended up the money ended up going to keeping me in with a roof over my head for a while. But I was really appreciative of that. The show was great, and to make up for that, I kept doing a show around the same time of year, which turned into a very Gary Christmas, and to make up for my own feelings of creepiness, because I hated doing that. I hated it. It made me feel bad that I had to resort to starting my own GoFundMe and starting my own fundraiser show. So Very Gary Christmas was born, and we give back to the soup kitchen and the warming shelter. And I'm looking forward to that this year, by the way, but I digress. And the second time I asked for help was last September, when I realized that I wasn't going to have enough money for September rent, because I had to give up I had to give up the job that I had, paint job that I had planned, and because of COVID. But I always thought I was going to get better, and from the asking for help for rent for September of last year, I got way more than I thought, and adding that to some money that was owed me from a previous paint job and a paint job that I managed to pull off in October, I had enough money to get me almost all the way through the winter. And since then, people have added money to my GoFundMe account, my Venmo account, and have kept me afloat. But I'm still waiting on getting disability. And that's another thing I've learned is the complete shit show it is for people to get disability, especially if they really need it and they're not, well off to begin with. The steps you have to go through, the hoops are just freaking ridiculous, man. And it's no wonder that there are so many homeless people out there who just can't navigate the system. It's just a fucking shit show. And so I've also had a hard time accepting, people have brought me groceries, and the kindness of people, doing that has been great. But that's running out, and the tension, the anxiety of wondering, how long can I stretch this money I got out? How long am I going to be able to keep this roof over my head? How long am I going to be able to eat in a proper manner? It's opened my eyes to what a lot of people have to go through, and what I thought was going to pass very quickly has stretched on for a year, and I have had to accept help, and I've had to ask for help, and that's one thing that's changed a lot. And like I said, it's opened my eyes to the plight of so many people, and I consider myself grateful that I've had the help that I did have. So I've had my ego had to get in check. I had to force myself to accept help, and that's I hope that's one of the things that has affected my image of myself and my image of those around me, and my knowledge of what people go through. And have I said that already 4 times? So there it is. That's one step of my life of COVID, long COVID, feeling shitty, trying to get this done before it gets too hot. It's gonna get hot. So there you go. One love. I'm sorry, I'm just really not on it today. Be kind to people. Don't wait for people to ask. I've had a lot of people say, if you need anything, just ask. Just it gets old asking. It really does. It just grates. It just weighs on you. And sometimes, just being asked if you need help, blah blah blah. Don't listen to me right now. Just be aware that people are doing the best they can sometimes, and they're going through some hard times and blah blah. I'm really not nailing the dismount on today's video. Peace, love, understanding, my friends. I know how to do this. Peace, love, understanding. Make the world a better place. Oh yeah, and good old Mitch McConnell, if he's having big old problems, which, prayers go up for him. I don't wish anything bad on anybody. But his little episode yesterday was frightening and scary, and the thing I got to thinking about was, no matter what happens, if he has to go to the hospital, he's got a good hospital to go to. He's got good insurance to pay for it. He'll get his full salary while he's hospitalized. He'll get all the money he fucking needs. Okay, that's it. Kindness kindness and prayers to Mitch, and I hope he finds out what's wrong. Yeah. All right. There we go. One love, y'all. Peace, love.